Hello, happy Wednesday, happy vlog day, happy bloody hell it's freezing day as the temperature plummets. Gee, how many times have you got in the car before you've got on public transport, or if you drive to work or school, looked at the temperature, got into the staff room or the workroom or the office and gone, it was 1 degree this morning on my car. And you have that little discussion because that's what we do, don't we? That's what we do as English folk. Should grab so cold. I've just come in. I've been on Main Street doing my usual little shop. And it was funny to see. I'd not seen last week because I was out and about last week, but I didn't get to Main Street last week. And apparently there is a lovely lady who has a little tiny microphone. Well, I don't know if the microphone's tiny, but handheld microphone and a little boom box to project the sound that she's making all about God. She's a brave lady, but, you know, she is a street prophet or a pavement evangelist, whatever you want to call them. She's been there a while. The police have moved her on a little bit. But at the end of the day, I don't think they've moved... Well, they've moved her on outside the butchers. They've always got the door shut because they think she's quite loud. She was quite loud this morning. And she's not doing anyone any harm. She's just, you know, having her say, telling you what you think you should know. The only thing is that it's a bit loud, so the sound is muffled. And I thought, should I just leave her or should I go, just turn it down a little bit? Because the police, I believe, have told her to turn it down a bit. And last week it worked. This week she's come back and she's shouting about flesh or something. That's the only word I heard over the hustle and the bustle of the microphone. I mean, just give us a song. I mean, it gives the Main Street a bit of attention. So if you see it, you should just buy it outside the BT building. She's probably best do it in the day, not when the kids are coming home from school. But I always see these in town and it always makes me smile because it's a brave thing to do, to shout about your religion and what you think people should hear about your imaginary friend. That's not going against any religion whatsoever. I was dragged up a Catholic. And it's what I believe now and what I believe then are two very different things. But if everyone's got faith, that's fine. I'm not bothered. Whether you shout about it, what does it do? Does it get the message across or does it just make you feel better? Whatever it is, fair play to her. She's not doing anyone any harm. You go shout. You go tell your story about flesh and things and all godly things. Because it's quite a nice thing she's discussed about. She could be discussing about something really horrible and she's not. So, you know, you go shout. Just turn it down a little bit. Santa is out. The Lion Santa is out and about. It's been skulls. I think he's at Kibaks tonight. I have put the list up on socials, but I will put the list up on the blog on Friday as to what's coming up, what's on. Because they are out and about. And it's going to be a little bit cold tonight to be out. So wrap up warm, Santa. Keep that. I mean, I saw a guy the other day actually, reminded me of Santa, but his beard wasn't white. It was very dark beard all the way down here, and I thought, now there's an advantage to a beard. He was toasty. I think about growing mine, you know, the menopause beard that you get. Don't say you don't know if you're not through menopause yet. Oh, yeah, I've got it to come. But I'm just thinking about just grow it. And just going to start. Ooh, it's so warm at this time of the winter. Not just the legs, but the beard as well. But he's on his way. Anyway, the real Santa is on his way. And I hope he's warm, as are the people that shake the buckets and knock on houses. Because they do, at the lines, amazing job of collecting money for the visits of Santa. And then they spend it on some marvellous things throughout the year. So do give kindly with your donations should you can. Talking about donations, there is still time before Christmas to donate your coat. Don't mean the one on your back because you'll be cold, but any coats that you know that your kids have grown out of, you've grown out of. For example, you've kept hold of coats thinking that you're going to get back into them. Them coats that maybe you don't deem fashionable anymore. There was one on this morning on Zero Waste Leeds about the fashion coat from circa 1978. A student out there would just be like a dream coat. It was like sort of chamois leather brown with a bit of fur and, you know, like them really brown sort of chestnutty buttons. Fabulous. Student's dream, that is, student's dream. But them coats, you know, any coat that you feel that for whatever reason you're not wearing, please go donate it to Garforth Library or the Garforth Leisure Centre. Zero Waste Leeds, up to 2,000 coats at the minute donated across Leeds, which is brilliant. But they'd like to get to 3,000 if they can before Christmas. And the volunteers and the people that work at Zero Leeds doing this are amazing. Let's just keep people warm, because there's forecast. Still waiting for the snow from the 18th. No 600 mile wall of snow yet. But it may come. But either way, people don't need to be cold, do they? So if you've got just a couple of coats lurking in the cupboard that you're not wearing anymore, then this is time to donate yours. More donation needed, which is your time. The Gape and Goose are needing an elf helper to help between the 4th and the 15th of December with their grotto at the Gape and Goose. I think it's only so many hours a day, so please do get in touch with Joe. If you go onto the Gape and Goose's Facebook page, all the details are on there as to what's needed, and then you can contact Joe by email or through the Facebook page at Gape and Goose and donate a little bit of your time, because all the grotto and everything that she's doing with regards to the little Christmas setup is all in aid of Air Ambulance. So not only will you be helping out the Gape and Goose as a little elf, or you could be a big elf, you'd also be helping towards the donations that will go to Air Ambulance, which is obviously after Joe's heart. So please do get in touch. Elf help needed. What else is coming up? Oh yes, next week, 9th of the 12th, next Saturday at the Welfare Hall is Garforth and Bloom's big Christmas. They've been doing it for years, their Christmas fair. Somebody did ask me if there was one this week, and I don't think there is, apart from Leeds Market. Leeds Market Fair is on Sunday, which is brilliant. You can get tickets, or sometimes you can pay on the door depending on how busy it is. I tend to go every year. Leeds Market is fabulous. It's full of independent stores and traders, and they sell all kinds of stuff, and it's great. I get lots and lots of things there, lots of little independents who have created, and designers and artists who've created something a little bit unique. So I usually go there, and they do a coat stand. Not coats, yeah, they do sort of a vintage coat stand. So I tend to buy one. I do, never 3. But the things like that, and they have little foodie bits and coffees and teas and stuff, and it's just near the Royal Armouries, right opposite. So if you've got your back to the Royal Armouries and look over, it's that big building there. So that is on Sunday. It's £4 a ticket. But yes, Garforth and Bloom next Saturday, usually between 10 and 12 at the Welfare Hall. So the last 10 days, I go on about it all the time, and I did a blog on Friday about who cares enough to keep shopping local, because obviously COVID did force the online avenue so much faster than it sort of was inevitable that it was going to happen anyway. But COVID forced that to happen so much quicker. So a lot of retailers went online, and most of their probably revenue now is from online sales. And people who'd never been online before were sort of forced their hand to go online and find out about it. And now there's no going back. So my blog was about, if you've not caught up with it, please go and have a look, is who cares? Who cares enough to look after local? Who cares enough about where they live? Who cares enough about the high streets in the town that they chose to live? Whether it's Garforth, Kippax, Swillington, wherever you live, it's about caring enough. Now, we have a small percentage of people who really, oh my God, and most of them are the volunteers themselves, because they're integrated into the community, like in the walls of the community. By the way, Garforth isn't just run by one person. It's full of wonderful people doing great things, whether you're a volunteer or have a small business here. There's lots of things, people do lots of great things, and not just one. So don't ever associate one person doing one thing with everything, because it's not always the case. But these people, they're the people that care because they've put their heart and soul into the place that they chose to live. So it's how much care do you need to give to be part of the community and make it better and make your local economy better. So, for example, the last 10 days, me and my family have gone to Floors and Snores, and they're back tomorrow to fit my floor. I use Shah Zumba class on a Tuesday. I use Donna O'Neill's body combat, but I call punch class, boxing. It's a boxing class, but without gloves. Michelle, obviously. The Gin Shack, I've just bought some gifts for Christmas. CLO, I have subscription to their coffee, and I use the coffee shop. The Green Grocers, I buy all my veg and stuff from there, including Nell's Urban Greens, who is in Crossgates, a little independent business who drops their salads off, and you can go and pick them up, and they're amazing. The Butchers, My sons have used the golf range about 10 times in the last 10 days. They go, two of them, and they're going I think it's £7 for 100 balls and they have such a great time. They absolutely love it, and it's something that they can do together, whether it's a son and dad or two brothers that are old enough. My son's 18, so he can take the younger one. I've been in the garden centre. My dog's currently at Shampoodle Doodled with the lovely Natalie, getting all clean and spruced up for Christmas, and obviously Westwood Vets, where my dog goes to be looked after. So there's all them little things. That's just an insight to what 10 days of my life would look like being local. It's not just about going into a shop to buy food. I mean, it's my key, but there's lots of other things. So we have our windows done by Phil from AA Window Cleaning. If I need a massage, or I'm really struggling, my husband's struggling, we go to Emma Winter Massage Therapist. So I'm just putting it out there. There's a lot more to local than you think. So look at it carefully, because it's a beautiful world. Happy Wednesday. And we'll see if the snow's here back on Wednesday, by next Wednesday. Have a beautiful day.